Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from the Lost Isles Zoo here on the ZAWA Together server, a server that you can join. Check out the Patreon link in the description below, find out all the details on that. But alright, in today's episode we got a little bit of fun to do. Last episode, if you see behind me above my head right there, we built that. Okay, if it looks a little different, I have added a couple layers of stone above it because that's the orca exhibit, all right? So you guys were kind enough to name the orca in the comment section again, and I picked out a good one. I think you're gonna like it. But all right, we got to go get the orca put in there in today's episode, as well as build on a little bit more onto the aquarium because there's more to be done over there. There's quite a bit more to be done over there. So let's just kind of get to it. Hopefully you guys are all having a wonderful week. It is Friday after all, so it is time for some ZAWA. Quick recap over the zoo. If this is your first episode ever seeing of this series, this whole island we built, okay, it was just a flat flower field when we got here, so we've been doing some work on terraforming. There's a whole bunch of exhibits, including reindeer and giraffes and zebras, all right, and polar bears. And then there's a whole other island over here with a giant volcano. So welcome to the zoo if this happens to be your first episode. Hopefully you guys stick around and watch the rest of the zoo building fun. Obviously this part over here where you see a bunch of stone is not finished. There's skunks in here somewhere, I think they're still in there. Yes, they're still in there. There's one right over there. There's all sorts of animals all dotted throughout here. I have to do a lot of the terraforming, so there's still quite a bit of work to be done. Tune into live streams, all that other fun jazz if you want to actually get in on some of the fun. But over here is where we left off last episode, and we built the orca exhibit. Let's just dive bomb up and then dive bomb in. There we go. On into the water we go. And if you look around, I have water breathing, by the way, because of my backpack and night vision. But if you look around, all those cichlids or whatever have despawned. So unless they're named, they're going to despawn. Hopefully they don't despawn if they are named, because that's my plan for keeping the orca in here. But this is where the orca is going to go. We got our nice little shipwreck and stuff in here. Should be enough room for at least one orca to swim around. That's what I'm doing. I got one saved in my chest, so I'm going to actually dump that in here. But we have to get to naming that thing, so let's just kind of see if we can't just fly on out of here. All right, let's get to naming this orca, shall we? Now, I'd like to give a big old shout out to Jorn Connings out there for naming this one. We're going to name the orca Vin Diesel. Okay, obviously kind of a play on Vin Diesel, the actor, but yeah, we're gonna name the orca of the season Vin Diesel. I love it. Wow, that sunrise going up over the volcano looks pretty cool. It'll look even cooler if I ever get my button gear and actually finish doing that digging. I might need to recruit some help, to be honest, with the digging. If you're on the server, hit me up. Send me a DM. I might need some help with digging out that volcano. All right, so we're gonna hop in here. The cichlids have respawned because that's, I guess, what they do. Now, orcas, I don't believe, I do have an orca in here, right? Yes, okay. Orcas, I don't believe, are hostile unless you hit them. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an achievement to actually get killed by one. I haven't gotten that achievement yet because I haven't been killed by an orca yet. That could happen here in a couple of seconds, but I don't think they're hostile towards you unless you hit them first. Now, I don't know if that includes trapping them in a net for months. I don't know. But we're gonna find out, I guess. So we got Vin Diesel as the name take here. We got the orca. It is a female too, so there's that. Now I have no idea how to release them out of nets, so we're gonna put it against this kelp. Oh, it just comes out. Okay, sweet. Now we gotta name this thing quickly before it eats us. Oh, okay. Vin Diesel is named. Okay, get away, shoo. All right, we have the orca in there. It seems to be right up against the glass. Oh no, it's moving around. All right, sweet. We got our orca in place. Vin Diesel, welcome to the Lost Isles Zoo. All right, it is in there. It's probably really hard to see on YouTube, though, but it's in there. I can see it. Remember last episode I did talk about actually putting down like a little stall here that has night vision potions that allow you to see that, you know, easier because, you know, when I dip my toes in the water, bloop, like that, I can actually see in here a lot better, okay? So I figured if there's night vision active, it should be, or you can just see it if it just smashes its head through the glass. I guess that's one way you can see the orca. But night vision will allow you to see in here a lot easier. So I'll probably have a little night vision stall here where people can drink potions and see that. So, but that brings me on to the rest of the aquarium. Okay, so we have other aquatic life as well as, of course, spiders in the area. Lots and lots of tarantulas, okay? There's lots of them. Lots of these things. But we don't have the exhibits built for the other aquarium parts yet. And I kind of want to put down the path for the aquarium first and then kind of go from there. And I kind of started it here. As you can see here, I sort of started it already. But I think it sucks. All right, so let's look at the map. All right, so there's a big path leading here, and I'm fine with that, okay? But I just don't like how it just kind of comes over here and just ends abruptly. I was thinking about putting exhibits along the side of it, but I kind of want to make a Y shape heading north from here, and then put like a couple exhibits in various places, as well as have a centerpiece to this thing. If there is going to be a wide open area in front of the orchid exhibit, I wouldn't mind having like a crack or a crevasse or whatever in the ground that actually has like some fish in like a small aquarium, kind of a pond, like a koi pond or something like that there. Now, I don't have a whole lot of different types of fish, but I know where I can get cichlids, like up the wazoo. So I can always fill that pond with those things. But I think it's going to start off first by getting a little bit of like the wireframing down for this area for what I'm looking for, as well as kind of marking out this path for what I'm looking for. Like I said, I want to have it branch out that way, and I don't mind if it follows the train going downward too. I don't mind if it kind of dips down just a little bit as well. These are my trees I use to get more jungle leaves, in case you guys are wondering, which I've been dotting throughout the entire, area over there. So I'm going to have to probably move those here in a little bit. But I think the next step is to kind of start, like I said, laying out the path, and then doing a little bit of the wireframing for some of the terrain around here that is going to house the exhibits in the cliff edges. And that is probably best done with a time lapse. What do you think, Finn? Vin Diesel, what do you think? Do you think that turned out pretty good? That's a lot of stuff, all right? I just put down a lot of stuff. Now, that is what I like to call wireframing, okay? So this is kind of basically giving you an outline of what the terrain around here is going to look like. Obviously, that whole island over there is not solid. It is not completely filled in. That is also hollow. There's also still a goat over there, I just realized. Forgot about that guy. We'll have to give him a special home inside the goat exhibit over here, but along with the sheep. But okay, so this is what we got. This is the wireframing for the aquarium section here. Now I left this part open over here for a couple of reasons. This part right here I didn't touch for two really big reasons. One, this is where all my jungle trees are, and I'm getting all my jungle leaves here. I haven't moved them yet. I've been slacking, so I gotta find a new place for these people, or these trees rather. People, jeepers. These trees. It's the end of the week, people. Forgive me. These trees to reside. I do need jungle leaves still, so I need to actually have a place to collect them somewhere nearby where they can grow and not out of render distance. So maybe I'll just put them on top of some of the terrain someplace. Maybe I'll just put them right over there by those palm trees. I don't know. I'll put them someplace. But I left that open for that reason, and the second reason why I left it open is because I want this right here not to be an aquarium. It kind of looks like this is kind of like what would be a glass area for an aquarium. This is actually a cave entrance, okay? This will be a cave entrance going inside of a cavern area, similar to where we have our hidey hole over where those llamas are. You can't really see because it says GReimer Zoo in the way, but that cave entrance right there. And inside there will be more exhibits, you know, so that's the plan anyway. So room to expand, because we have that peninsula right over there that we can expand onto. I guess it's probably easier to see on the mini map here. So cave entrance right here, it expands over in here where there's probably like another exhibit or two. The shoreline, as you can see here, is kind of being reshaped. It still has this little bay in it, but it's being kind of reshaped to be a tighter teardrop shape because the cliff edges are extending outwards over the water. So a lot of terraforming, a lot of landscaping to do, but this is a pretty good start. Oh yeah, and then there's this thing. Okay, remember how I said I was gonna put like a koi pond, or I guess like a cichlid pond, I guess it would be in here. This is it right here. All right, so this is obviously a very dangerous thing. Maybe I should put piranhas in here. It could be like a death trap for anyone coming through. There is a orca butt sticking out of the wall, the glass there. That's kind of interesting. It could be like a death trap for anyone walking by here with piranhas in it. I actually don't have piranhas. I don't even know if piranhas are in the pack. They might be. In fact, I think they are. But yeah, I don't have any of those things yet. So, but people walking through here are going to fall right in here. So obviously I need to design some kind of like way of marking this out so people don't do that. It is not going to be completely safe. Just so you guys know. Okay, so it's gonna be kind of like along the lines of like the temples and the ruins in the area is what I'm kind of aiming for. So let's grab ourselves some stone bricks, some cracked stone bricks, some mossy stone bricks for sure, and maybe some cobble slabs. Yes. Okay, something like that. Let's start with that and see what kind of damage we can do by kind of building up like what looks like ruined fences around here, or at least the markers. I'm going to put like iron bars in between them though. All right, we have got the kind of the ruins looking thing going on here. Let me throw my balls against this glass right here so I can get back out of there. Say hello to Finn in there wherever he is. Oh, there he is. He's in there. He's still swimming around. Or she, rather. It's actually she. All right, so we got the ruined fence line kind of around here. Obviously, like I said, not 100% safe. People can absolutely throw themselves in there, but they're going to have to trip to get in there. So it's not going to be something that'll keep them out for sure, but obviously, this is not going to be the flying fish exhibit because they can jump out of the water. So this is definitely going to have to be like cichlids and other little tropical fish in here. Maybe some of the actual vanilla tropical fish will be in here. This will be a nice little decorative pond. All right, and I think that's going to be like the focal point of today's episode is actually this like center courtyard here, as well as adding the Vin Diesel in there, and then maybe we'll get around to decorating up some of these cliff edges a little bit too. But as far as this area right here, we are going to be adding some fish. All right, so first let's get some chicken and eat that while we ponder what kind of fish we're going to. Actually, let's ponder what kind of decorations we're going to put in here first. Obviously water, I'm thinking a little bit of like a center ruin area there, so this might actually end up looking kind of like an eyeball when we're all said and done with it. Oh well, oh bother. It'll be filled with water so people won't really see that on the map anyway. But then some plant life as well, maybe a down log in there too would be probably a good idea. Yeah, we could probably make this thing pop, but it looks like the sun is setting and creepers be creeping after all, so I'm going to have to take a little power nap before we do anything. So I think the first thing that we should do is similar to the orca exhibit. I think we should fill it with water. I think we should start by filling it with water. I have water breathing, and I get night vision when I'm in there, so it's probably going to be even easier for you guys to see. But then any decoration that we do, we don't have to worry about filling the water in around it and get rid of that annoying like flowing water sound. We can just build freely then. So let's fill this thing up with water. There we go, completely filled up. All right, now this is filled up right to the top right there. So the whole thing is gonna be completely full. So obviously, like I said, no jumping fish. Jumping fish are bad, including you. We're not putting another orca in this little pond. Those little guys that you're trying to eat, those guys might fit in here nicely though. All right, so here we go. We have this nice little underwater area. Now we have to do some plant life in here. Now, as we learned in the last episode, we can't exactly do a lot of plant life here. We got kelp and seagrass. I guess. Wait, I'm kind of getting a little ahead of myself. We should probably put some ruins in here. Ruins in here first, like I said I was going to. You know, man of my word and all that fun jazz. Let's get some of these blocks here, and I also want to grab some gravel blocks. I think I put those back in the ground backpack from when we were doing the wireframing and stuff. I was kind of organizing my stuff. My inventory, and when we finish the terrain in here, when we use gravel here. So I remembered where I put them. Look at me in my memory. All right, so as far as ruins go, I'm thinking putting a nice, strong, broken, cracked base on it would be a good idea. And then maybe one over here as well. And we'll do something kind of along the lines of this, and then we'll start adding in like the gravel. Yeah. Gravel. Well, hold on, we're starting to get a little pattern here going with like a block every other spot there. So let's do that, and then we'll lower it kind of like that. There we go. Okay, so these ruins don't have to be anything really special. I do want to, not that backpack. Hold on, where is it? Right here. This stuff. I do want to get one of these fences or these cow walls in here as well. Kind of to mark out like there's something here actually. Like that. Perfect. All right, so that's like what the center part of the ruin I was talking about. I suppose that probably doesn't look too much like an eye, even if it does show up in here. The water might be kind of blocking it out. It probably looks more like a football. Come to think of it, it's got like the laces right there. But all right, so there's the ruins. The ruins have been put in. Now, we can probably clear up our inventory quite a bit by stashing most of this stuff back in here, just to make some room, some wiggle room. Okay. I kept these because I might dot these in like kind of around here as well, you know, like little chunks of them laying here or there, you know. Kind of, I don't like that last one, but kind of like, don't really like that either. Hold on, I'll get it. All right, that's not that bad. All right, there we go. A couple little bits of it laying around here. Okay, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, I think we can squeeze in the plants now. So let's look in the plant backpack. I do actually have stuff in here like kelp. We can always put some kelp in here, and of course seagrass, which I can do with bone meal. So we can actually pretty this up quite a bit. I did talk about briefly putting like a down log in here. I should probably think about doing that. Do I have I have 3 dead logs. I do not have a lot of dead wood. Oh, I do have a lot of dead wood. Never mind. Okay, let's grab these 3 dead logs here. I can probably work with this. Like, put a downed log somewhere in here, like right about... boy, there's no good spot for this, is there? Maybe right about here. Let's grab my asking you to subscribe axe there. Put it right there, maybe. I guess that kind of works. Yeah, that works. That's all right. I wish I had a better place for it, but that's about the only spot I have available in here. So, all right, we're gonna roll with it. Now, the kelp, we're gonna put down a couple pieces here or there. That's gonna grow up basically 3 high the entire time in this entire area. So we're gonna tuck maybe another piece in right back there. And I don't really want to overdo much more than that. Maybe one right there, and we'll throw another one like somewhere back here. Okay. I don't really want to do much more than that because. And maybe one right there too, because there's the seagrass is going to be filling in the rest of the area, and the kelp grows up like the full height of this little exhibit right here. So I don't really want to flood the area with just a bunch of tall plants, you know. But I will flood the area with a bunch of seagrass. Not actually as much as you would think though. So I am going to kind of spam this in here first, and then I'm going to have to go through and punch out a lot of it. Okay. I think that's probably pretty good enough. All right, sweet. So we got ourselves a nice little underwater area. Now, I didn't actually establish that this needed to be, what do you call it, like coral-free. So I suppose we could actually have thrown some coral in here too. It really does match the orca exhibit though, so I kind of like that. It's a nice little pond right in here too, which I think is kind of cool. It could use some color, I suppose. But, oh, hold on. You know what it could use? It could use some lighting, actually. Could use a little bit of lighting, because you can't really see much of anything in there, especially with the sun setting. I mean, the water effect looks cool, but you can't really see anything in there. Well, there's a couple ways to do lighting. Normally I like to hide like some spruce leaves underneath, or some glowstone underneath some spruce leaves. The problem with that though is that you can absolutely see the glowstone through the spruce leaves here because of the whole, you know, looking down in the exhibit. So that's not really going to work. There is another thing that I could use for lighting in here, which I think I like a lot better. And if I go over here to this part of the island, I might be able to find some naturally in here. Hopefully there's no sharks in here, but we're just gonna jump on in and try to just pray. Where are they? Lighting. Coral, where is it? Right here, sea pickles, okay? I think I can just, like, bone meal these? Yeah, look at that, bam. Oh, where'd they go? Give me my sea pickles. Give me my pickles. There they are, cheapers. I was like, where'd they go? Seriously. All right, sweet. Sea pickles. I actually have never picked these up yet, but look at this. They actually do provide some light. So if we put some of these things down there, it should light up the area a little bit. Now, sea pickles will probably look pretty good inside of the orca exhibit too, so we're going to pay Vin Diesel a little visit here too. We're going to add a couple of these things in various places too. Nice and bright ones too, so that kind of lights up the back areas here. Just a couple of them. We do have these glowstone bits in here as well, so we don't really need to go too crazy with these. But we're going to add in a few of them. I did collect a full stack while I was over there. So let's just kind of add in a couple sea pickles to Vin Diesel's area. I do have another idea in mind too here. Actually, I think it was one of your guys' comments actually. Left an idea here, a really good one for something to add in this area as well that I am going to do here in just a second. But first, let's get some sea pickles in here. Okay, hopefully that lights up Finn's area here a little bit better. With the night vision, it looks great, but that's about to wear off here. But yeah, you can see the sea pickles in there. Oh, they do light it up quite a bit, actually. That looks really good. Okay, that helps me. I mean, I don't know how it looks on YouTube. It probably looks like crap on YouTube, but it looks pretty good here. Now, let's go back and let's go in here, and we'll add a couple of sea pickles in here as well. Brighten this thing up nicely. And get this looking all spiffy and lit up, too. So, we'll add quite a few of them so people can easily see what's going on in here. Okay, with the night vision, you can see down in there pretty clearly, but without the night vision, once this wears off, we're going to get a glimpse of what this looks like when it's just pickle-powered, okay? Oh, yeah, look at that. Night vision wore off. You can actually still see in there. I like that. Okay, sweet. Awesome. All right, so that takes care of our lighting issues. Thought that was pretty clever. Sea pickles. Who'd have knew? Okay, so there is one thing that I want to add to the orca exhibit before we continue on, though, and that was in the comment section. Somebody, I apologize, I forget who it was, suggested that if I'm worried about the orca like drowning, if it's anything like dolphins in vanilla Minecraft, they need air, and sometimes they forget to go up to the surface. So if I was worried about that, what I could do is I could add bubble columns in here. Now the downward bubble columns are like the magma blocks, and they would absolutely roast the fish on it, including the whale, the orca here, and kill it. I'm not really all about that, yo. However, the upward bubble column would allow it to just kind of get pushed to the surface, and the surface isn't really all that bad. I do have the extra layers of stone around the top of this so that it can't jump out. So I could do that, and plus that would probably look really cool because it's like underwater, you know, bubbles kind of surfacing. I think that would look really cool if I use it very sparingly, but it would add a very nice little detail. Just smash my face in that llama. Very nice little detail to the entire build. So I am definitely going to be adding some soul sand to that, or yeah, soul sand. One of the soul blocks. Soul sand. All right. I don't actually have a lot of this. Oh no, I do have a lot of this stuff. Okay, look at that. Sweet. All right, so let's go add. I'll just take a whole stack with me. I'm not going to be adding a whole stack, but let's go add a whole. Let's go add a whole stack. Now let's go add a few blocks in with the orca. I think that'll look really cool, and I believe it will keep the orca alive, unless the orca gets pinned on top of the bubble column and just sits there out of the water. But it keeps dipping back in anyway. I don't know. It should be fine. Hopefully the orca doesn't get killed because of this, because that would make me feel really bad. And bloop, in we go. Okay, it looks like Vin Diesel is getting very comfortable with her home here, which is good. I built it. Okay, she's coming right at me. She's got blood in her eyes. Okay, let's add some of. Let's add one of these. Where's my shovel? There it is. I just can't see because my body's laying on top of it. Let's add one of these things, like right maybe back here, like so. Bubbles. All right, so then that will create an upward draft. Hopefully it doesn't like just launch the whale out of the water. That would look pretty creepy if it did. But doesn't that look so cool? Like when you add those, I really think that adds a nice touch. I hope it doesn't kill the whale. Think of these like little aerators for the fish tank here. So let's go ahead and put another one right back in here. I don't really want to put them too close to the front. I wouldn't mind having them be kind of back, maybe like right here. Like right there. Oh wow. Okay. It's doing the thing I was wondering. Wow, that actually got some pretty high air right there. I'm just hoping that it doesn't get thrown out of the exhibit. Okay, I think it's gonna be fine. It's probably okay. There's a good chance that this will be fine. Man, I hope I don't accidentally kill that. I have no real easy way of scooping the whale up either. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoa, hey! Oh, hey! No, it looks like it does dip back in the water. Oh, it jumped too. It jumped at the same time. That was a good test right there. So it gets close. It can almost get out of there. But not quite. I think it's fine. All right, let's get on over to here, though, because I was thinking about adding more bubble columns in with this little exhibit in front. Hold on one second. We have an intruder. I was thinking about adding bubble columns into this one, too, but I'm worried, given that it can just launch a whale out of the water like a good 6 feet. What would it do to, like, a tiny little, like, panfish? Will it just, like, yeet that thing at maximum force into the stratosphere, or what? So I'm a little nervous about that. Speaking of being nervous, I'm a little nervous about these things being here too. So maybe I'll skip the bubble columns for this part and just call this good. Okay, I'll call this good enough. I can probably add a little bit of something on the surface of this as far as like lily pads and stuff, because this will have sat here for a little bit, kind of collecting funk. But let's see what I got in the plants backpack that I can do that with. Duckweed, isn't that the stuff that goes on the surface? I think that is the stuff that goes on the surface. Red root floater, I think, is also some stuff that goes on the surface. And lily pads, tiny lily pads. I have regular size one, but tiny ones would work. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, let's look at the flowers backpack of all things. I think I have water, whatever this is, water hyacinth. We're throwing it in here. All right, so the water thing. That water flower really isn't as impressive as I thought it would be. Maybe it takes time to grow and bloom. It looks just like a bunch of crap on the surface. All right, maybe it takes some time to grow and bloom. So we'll just leave that be for right now. Let's go ahead and dot in some of this other stuff in here as well. Now, I don't think this stuff, yeah, this doesn't get in the way of things swimming through it. This doesn't either. The lily pads might, but I'll just have to deal with those. There, I've added funk to the surface of the water. What do you guys think? Looks kind of gross and disgusting, doesn't it? A little bit. Okay, so now that just raises the question: what are we going to put in here? Like I said, the whatever these things are called, these cichlids that are like that one right there. I can put those in there. I do believe I have a few of them captured, and if I don't, I know where I can get plenty. I can probably fit 5. Let's put 5 fish in here, okay? And that means it's kind of up to you guys to let me know which what names you're going to want to give little tiny panfish kind of thing, okay? Like tropical fish and cichlids we're going to be putting in there. So let me know. I need some 5 names for those if you guys don't mind. Oh, but that is probably going to wrap up this episode. We got a nice little decorative piece right here put in place, as well as the orca put in place too. And plus those bubble columns. Is the orca still in there? Oh, the orca is just over there riding the bubble column. Okay, apparently she really enjoys that. But I'm thinking that's going to wrap this episode up. We have a lot of work to do here in the aquarium, so we're going to be doing a couple aquatic episodes here over the next couple weeks. So hopefully buckle in, get ready, be prepared. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to wrap this thing up. So if you did enjoy, please go down and smash that like button. I am going to get out of here before creepers blow me up, because creepers be creeping and the sun is setting. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's episode of ZAWA. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button before you go, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.